I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 21, a tie-in to Clone Conspiracy that fills in the blanks with Kaine the Scarlet Spider and his many universe-hopping adventures. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Okay then, so as we join the comic, we pick on up with Kaine Parker, one of the more famous clones of the original Peter Parker in the fallout of the Spider-Verse event. You'll remember Kaine became a giant spider monster, then killed some of the inheritors, then seemingly died himself, but he didn't really die because he had the power of the other spider totem magic inside him, which means that the spider was really more of a cocoon and he just kind of fell out of it, and god, that was weird. All in all, Kaine is pretty freaking stoked to be alive and everything, but he gets much less stoked when Karn, the new Master Weaver, comes to him and says that his experience with the other has left him vulnerable, and because of that his cloned body is now decaying. And just to add a little bit more salt into the wound, it's not like he can just go home for help because he's also infected with a contagious disease. This disease, as we discover, is the Carrion disease, that thing that turns people into crazy, slathering zombies. Carrion was also the name of an old Spider-Man villain, 3 Spider-Man villains to be exact, that spun out of the pages of the original Clone Saga, so you can see everything is kind of getting tied into this story right here. Kaine the Scarlet Spider would make it his own personal crusade to jump from alternate universe to alternate universe with the help of the Master Weaver to try and get to the bottom of this zombie plague and to try and find a cure for himself and everyone else afflicted. In a nice twist, he also did this right under the noses of Master Weaver's other spider proteges, the Web Warriors. So hey, for all of you out there wondering, hey, when was Kaine going to join the Web Warriors? Well, he did actually, you just never saw him. It's clever Spider-Gwen Stacy that actually catches on to what Scarlet Spider is doing and agrees to help him out with his work. They discover that the zombie threat always starts the same way. The New You Corporation, headed up by the Jackal, enters the picture, and then eventually they form a partnership with Peter Parker and Parker Industries. And from there, well, pretty much all hell breaks loose. It's interesting, the Peter Parker we see in this particular world actually has Miles Warren working for him on a way to try and cure the zombie plague, but Peter doesn't want to give up the cloning because he believes that it can help a lot of different people. Kinda like what the Jackal is spewing in the main universe, right? In another nice touch, the new Kaine Scarlet Spider actually comes to blows with the original Kaine from the Clone Saga story, you know, where he was all messed up and webby and everything. In fact, they make a joke about how original Kaine actually had the power to, you know, make his hands catch on fire, but new Kaine can't do that anymore. With Spider-Gwen's help, Scarlet Spider is able to defeat his older self, which is a good thing because they need an autopsy to get to the bottom of this whole zombie plague. Kaine discovers that while genetically this alternate universe doppelganger is very similar to him, there's one special ingredient that he hasn't quite been able to pinpoint, the thing that's making all the degenerated clones go nuts. Before our two heroes can complete their research, though, Master Weaver lets them know that this whole New You Parker Industries Carrion cycle is about to take place on the main Marvel Earth now, so they better get in there right quick. And from here, we pretty much catch up to where Clone Conspiracy number 2 is at. Scarlet Spider and Spider-Gwen kidnap the cloned Gwen Stacy and let Spider-Gwen take her place. As the comic winds down, Master Weaver also asks Kaine about what he discovered in the autopsy. It turns out that he's dying and that he's not going to make it, but he doesn't want Gwen to worry about him. And that before he kicks the spider bucket, Scarlet Spider wants to put all this clone stuff to bed once and for all. The Amazing Spider-Man number 21 was a really unexpected issue. On one hand, yeah, it's a very important tie-in to the Clone Conspiracy storyline, but on the other, it's actually a really effective standalone issue. I know just from reading the comments, Kaine the Scarlet Spider has a huge fan following amongst my own fan base, and I can't count how many times people have asked me, hey, where did Kaine go? When's Kaine coming back? What happened to him in the meantime? Well, here you go. A whole story detailing what happened to him. This issue was actually co-written by frequent Dan Slott collaborator Christos Gage, and you know, he's one of my favorite writers because of his attention to detail and long game when it comes to continuity, and that was definitely the sort of comic we have here. Seriously, they're drawing from so many different eras in Spider-Man to help fill out the story of Kaine and what's happening writing in the future. They pretty much build one of the most epic Kaine stories ever right here, right now. And you know what? He does such a good job endearing himself to me as the reader. I'm honestly thinking like, Peter Parker who, man? Kaine's the real hero of this story so far. If you love the Scarlet Spider, if you wish they did more with Kaine, heck, even if you don't care about Clone Conspiracy, you'll probably like Amazing Spider-Man number 21 for the love letter that it is to a side character in the Spider-Man mythos. Overall, I would actually give this one an 8 out of 10. This was pleasantly surprising. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.